Alrighty folks, it's Monday. What is, I don't know what time it is, 11ish, 11:30, I don't know. Just got back from a 1.5-mile-ish walk, then a fast walk. I gotta lose a little bit. I gotta go April 3rd to Newton Wellesley. They're gonna test me and make sure I'm okay for surgery. Then when I got home, I hooked up the dog and took her around the block for a 3/4 of a mile or whatever it was. So I'm just going to do a little lesson on, it's always on creativity. So I randomly just picked up the guitar. Just goofing with something out of G. So that's all out of G. So even though I'm heavy on that D, it's out of. So it's so I'm using a D, G, D, C, G. And all the scale blocks are G major. Right there. Hear it? All throughout that. This is the A Dorian block, but again, it's got all 7 modes in it. So it's always that way. So if I'm with you'll hear the A Dorian only if I go A to A. What? So what I tend to do, I come up with a bunch of cool stuff and I'm not recording them. I've bought a lot of those cheap Walmart ones and they break. I got a stack of them. The jack, you can't keep them running. So anyways, staying on that, you know, all the scale blocks are G major. That's your E natural minor comes from. That's your low crane mode, going that note to note. But I started just goofing with something. This is where I find ideas for songs. I love that. So I found that just goofing around. Everything G major. What? You know, that kind of thing. And I'll take the scale, you know, and I'll just listen to a bunch of different. All kinds of things, and I'll go with it, but I just came up with just this little thing right here. And that's a nugget for me, you know. But this is what happens by poking around on any given day. I'll do a whole different key. I just picked it up and was doing that, just taking G major, you know. having the understanding, you know, once you learn the scale blocks and then the basic chords of them, and of course there's a gazillion substitute chords and, you know, little, like, inversion. That's an inversion of a D major. That is. They're all over the place, you know, that. You know, so that's an inversion of a D, because it's just an A. That becomes a B, C. But here, with your D bar chord, you did, and you put it on the E and you hammer on this note. It's a major third of the D, and it's also out of the key of G. It's a, or D, whatever. You know, that kind of thing. What was I doing? So then I'll work on that and build on it. I want to keep it major. That becomes mine. And you could do that too. You can create and put anything the way you want it. It's a matter of, does it sound good or feel good? Well, I'm noodling around with this scale. Somehow I was going. With those kind of things. Now that's a whole nother key, but just that one thing. So I'm like, okay, so I mean there's a lot of keys that could come from. You could play that. That's a form of a D flavor. It's the same as this. You know? Like, so it just depends on what key you want it to be in. And I was staying in the G that I started with. And just, alright, so then I would just go down here. That's just a piece of a G. It's a D-shaped G. What? There's a ton of places. All you need is a first, a major third, and a 5 to make a chord. Or actually just your 1 and your 5 for a power chord. Just the 1, G, and the 5. Or 1, 3, 5 would be, that's your third, your B note for G. You know what I mean? So you got. I love that. That just caught my spirit, you know? And then it's a matter of building on it from there. I don't know yet, but just that one thing. What? What? What was that? So I'm going to do something with it. But this is just a little thing about creativity. This is literally what I do sitting up on the couch, you know. Last night I can't even remember what key. I'm always in a totally different key, you know, like from one, each time I pick up the guitar. Unless I'm pursuing working towards a finished product like I did one time with the E major 7 thing. And then I took an A major 7, which is keeping that same recurring G sharp note in there. That G sharp is the major 3rd of an E major 7. But it's also the major 7 of an A. You know, so I was goofing with that one time and I got a semi-finished piece with it. That kind of thing, you know, just goofing with a key, you know, so just a little tidbit of whatever, so I like to sing. Whatever. I don't know. Just goofing around, folks. Killing time. I've been writing a lot of lyric ideas, so there will be eventually I'll fulfill my purpose with songs. But, you know, they've got to be good. So I write things that I think are good, and the next day I read them, and they're so lame ass. I'm like, not yet. But we'll keep at it till we get it. Have a good day, folks.